Have you ever stumbled across a name so magical, so vivid, it made your imagination leap to life? Maybe it reminded you of an epic saga, a whispered legend, or a faraway land you never quite knew existed, until that name brought it into being. Welcome. Today, we're diving into the enchanted world of fantasy names for babies, names for boys, girls, and siblings. But this isn't just a list. This is a journey. Because names are more than just pretty sounds. They are spells, portals, gateways to other realms. They ignite our creativity, awaken stories within us, and help shape who we are. Picture the sound of names like Elysia with its melodic lilt, or Calith, which captures the essence of adventure itself. Each name carries a whisper of narrative, a character waiting to live, a story waiting to be told. Whether rooted in ancient legends or dreamt up in a quiet moment of wonder, these names hold power, enough to shape identity, inspire confidence, or simply make someone feel seen. What makes a name truly resonate in the realm of fantasy? It's not just the way it sounds, it's the stories behind it, the feelings it evokes, the worlds it suggests. Names like Thalion, which suggests courage and unwavering strength, or Selene, which glows with lunar beauty and ethereal grace. As we explore, think about the legacy you want to give your child. A name is not just a label, it's a first gift, one they carry with them as they become who they were born to be. So let's begin. Let's start with fantasy names for boys. Here are 51 beautiful and bold fantasy names, each with a meaning steeped in legend or mystery. Alaric, Golden Ruler. German Alien. Fire, Gaelic Aiden. Fire, Gaelic Azrael. Angel of the Lord. Hebrew Blaze. Suffering, Latin Cade. Battle, Welsh Calder. Stony River. Celtic Caliban. Black, Romanian. Cosmo. Universe, Greek Dallin. Wise, Celtic Darius. Wealthy, Greek Dashiel. Ash Tree of Elves. French Dre, Dragon. Welsh, Iron, Peace. Irish, Alex, Warrior, Defender of Men. Greek, Elven, Elf, Friend, English. Elwyn, Friend of Elves. English, Emlyn, Charming. Latin Eryx, Forever. Ruler, Scandinavian, Eryx. Boxer. Greek Falcon, relating to falconry. Latin Finn. Fair, Irish. Fruin, Friend. English Gaian, Child of Earth. Greek Galen, Tranquil. Greek Goran, Farmer. Greek Jazir, Inspiring Ambition. Arabic, Jorah. Autumn Rain. Hebrew Kai. Sea. Hawaiian Cane, Beautiful. Welsh Cane, Bright. Celtic Killian, War. Irish Lazar, Best Appearance. Arabic, Lex, Warrior. Greek, Lucius, Light. Latin Magnus, Great. Latin Mars, God of War. Roman Mistral, Cold Mediterranean Wind. French Neum, Champion. Irish, Orion, Hunter. Greek, Ren, Ruler. Welsh Sol, Sun. Latin Thanos, Immortal. Greek Thayer, Nation's Army. German Theon, Hunter. Greek Thor, Thunder. Old Norse Tyrion, Rock. Latin Wolf, Wolf. Teutonic Xenos, Stranger. Greek Xander, Protector of the World. Greek Zen, Meditation. Japanese. These names are sharp, timeless, and memorable. Some may evoke characters from stories we know, like Thanos, Tyrion, or Orion. Others feel new, fresh, undiscovered, names like Gaian, Dre, and Emlyn. And now let's talk about the magic of naming siblings. Because naming isn't always just about one child. Sometimes it's about finding balance, connection, and harmony between two or more names. Let's explore sibling name combinations that feel like enchanted duos. Elwyn and Zephyr, gentle and wild. She reads stars, he rides the wind. Seraphina and Lucian, flame and light, born to glow. Aurelia and Thorn, golden guardian, bright and brooding. Isolde and Rowan, myth and nature, rooted and romantic. Calum and Lyra, sky and song, celestial harmony. Odessa and Phoenix, sea and fire, storm and rebirth. Solene and Orion, day and night, perfect balance. Phelan and Elira, wolf and lyric, wildly musical. Celeste and Cassian, air and strength. Galaxy royalty, Arden and Elio, forest and sunshine. Quiet joy. Don't these names sound like characters from a world we haven't discovered yet? Now, if your style leans more dark, daring, and badass, here are sibling pairs that bring edge and mystery. Riven and Nyx, mysterious and magnetic. Draven and Freya, charisma and battle queen. Zora and Maddox, Dawn and Fire, Axel and Raven. Cool and untamed, Cassius and Onyx. Rebel and Gemindira and Ronan. Grace and Gritveda and Xander. Wisdom and wildness, Salem and Briar. Witchy and thorny, Cairo and Lux. Stylish and sharp, Inara and Dax. Deep and intuitive. These pairs don't match, they resonate. The rhythm matters more than rhyme. Now let's take a long, deep look at fantasy names for girls. Many of these names come with rich meanings, celestial imagery, or mythological weight. Some are recognizable. Aurora, Ariel, Jasmine, Elsa, Moana, Merida, Fiona. But let's go further. Rarer, wilder. Nyx, night goddess. Elvina, elf friend. Lyra, musical constellation. Selene, moon goddess. Yoru, night, Japanese. Amaya, night rain. Astra, star celeste, heavenly Skyla. Of the sky, Vespera, evening star. And now let's enter deeper waters with names that feel born of legend or written in the stars. Adira, strong Arwen. Noble maiden Arya. Noble belladonna. Beautiful, dangerous. Calantha, beautiful flower. Cassiopeia, she whose words excel Circe. Flame Daenerys, mother of dragons. Era, snow Elspeth. Pledge to God. Fae, fairy Freya. Goddess of love and war. Galadriel, radiant maiden Giselle. Pledge. Guinevere, fair phantom. Hermione, messenger. Isolde, ruler of ice. Juniper, evergreen youth. Kaida, little dragon Lilith. Of the night Luna, moon Morgana. Sea circle. Nida, water nymph. Naira, beginning Ophelia. Helper Phoenix. Reborn from fire. Rhiannon, divine queen. Rowan, little red one. Sable, black Seraphina. Fiery one. Titania, queen of the fairies. Una, one Vivian, full of life. Winter, stillness and beauty. Yara, small butterfly. Zara, radiant Zephyrra, west wind. Each of these names is a spell in its own right. Some conjure forests, others echo across star fields. Some feel dark and shadowy while others glow. And now let's pause. Close your eyes and say a name aloud. Silvera, Zephyrus, Lyora, Aeron, Thalion, Ilaria, Rune, Vesper. Do you see a face? A setting? A feeling? That's the power of a good name. It calls a story into being. So take your time, rewind, re-listen. Let the names sit in your soul a while. Let's go deeper now. We've crossed through forests and skies, but the world of fantasy names is even broader. Now we enter a place where names shimmer like constellations and hum like thunder. These names are organized into fantasy themes, so you can explore exactly what kind of world you want your child's name to belong to. Celestial and star-linked fantasy names. Astria, Greek, Star Maiden. Elegant and divine, this name feels like a heroine born of moonlight and prophecy. Altair, Arabic, the flying one. Also a bright star in the Aquila constellation. This name feels bold and aerodynamic. Lyran, invented, evoking music and the stars. A name that would fit a royal astronomer in a high fantasy kingdom. Orionis, variant of Orion, majestic and mythic. It sounds like a constellation brought to life. Callisto, Greek, most beautiful. A nymph turned constellation. Her story is bittersweet, her name unforgettable. Vespera, Latin, evening star. We meet her at twilight. She's peace and mystery wrapped in velvet skies. Celestial, invented, celestial plus ethereal. Perfect for a dreamer who belongs halfway between worlds. Elara, Greek, one of Jupiter's moons, it's airy and graceful. A perfect blend of myth and modern. Sirius, Latin the burning, the brightest star in the sky. This name carries heat and leadership. Novae, Latin plural for new stars. Every child is a new light. Every nova a burst of wonder. Nature-based fantasy names Sorrel, botanical. Earthy, slightly wild. She's clever, kind, and always barefoot in the forest. Briar, Old English, thorny plant. It's edgy and poetic, like something from a dark fairy tale. Rowan, Gaelic, little red tree. Warm, gentle, rooted. Rowan feels noble and down to earth. Thistle, Scottish, spiky flower, sharp, fierce, unexpectedly beautiful. Wren, English, small bird, delicate and quick. Wren belongs in a meadow, in a sonnet, in a story. Ashlan, invented from ash tree, a quietly powerful name, grounded in ancient forests. Sylvan, Latin, of the woods. Could be for a boy or girl. Mysterious, quiet, untamed. Maria, Spanish, Occitan, miracle or wonder. Has a magical sound and deep roots. Think waterfall priestess. Larkspur, floral. Elegant and lofty. This name feels like it could fly, like it was painted in spring. Phelan, Irish, little wolf. A favorite. Wild, ancient, yet soft. Dragon and warrior inspired names. Caliph, invented. Bold, bright, draconic, born of fire. One to stand their ground. Thalian, Tolkienian. Steadfast, strong heart. Heroic, principled, and destined. Saphira, inspired by Aragon, dragon name. Vivid blue, deep wisdom, loyal to the end. Zarion, invented, has an armored sound. Imagine a general in a crystalline kingdom. Viral, made up, power, silence, steel, a calm before the storm. The name of a shadow blade. Emberlyn, burning lake. Beauty and contradiction. Strength and softness coexisting. Drake, variant spelling of Drake, meaning dragon spelled for edge. Sounds like a rogue with a past. Tauriel, Tolkienian, daughter of the forest. Elegant, sharp, compassionate. A protector. Ignis, Latin fire. A minimalist, elemental name, impossible to forget. Valora, invented valor or a one of a kind. You can hear the strength in the silence. Names that mean dream, vision, or mystery. Wanera. Greek, dream, soft, slow, and hypnotic. Like lullabies wrapped in fog. Somnia, Latin, sleep or dream. Ethereal and poetic. A name you'd find on moonlit scrolls. Reverie, English, French, a daydream. Whimsical and wispy. Light enough to float. Visiona, invented. Vision plus ona, Greek suffix. A name for a seer, a prophetess, a future queen. Iluna, made up. Illusion plus luna. Feels secret, sacred, and glowing. Eye salt, variant of Isolde, ice ruler vision, cold and magical, the kind of name etched in crystal. Dreama, old-fashioned revival name, simple and direct, for someone who lives in color and story. Marilyn, invented, miracle plus lin, flowing and lovely, suggests something just out of reach. Calia, Latin, heavenly, like clouds or cathedral glass, for a kind soul. Airily, invented, air plus melody. It floats. You can practically hear it. Names fit for fantasy royalty. Malus, Breton origin, prince or chief, sharp and noble. Sounds like a leader. Cassiar, variant of Cassius, vain or clever, but cleverness is a gift. This name belongs in a court of glass and fire. Oriel, French, Latin, golden, a crown in syllables. Elowen, Cornish, elm tree, royalty of the woodland realm. Zafira, Arabic, victorious, strong and lyrical. You can hear the triumph. Tamsin, English twin, understated but elegant. Good for a ruler who listens. Lucianor, invented, light plus honor. Sounds like a sovereign who carries a blade and a burden. Serenith, made up, serene plus strength, queen of starlight, kind and commanding. Evanthe, Greek, good flower, more than soft, resilient and radiant. Velantra, invented, velvet plus mantra, a name made for a matriarch or empress. Invented and rare, elven-style fantasy names. Eloria, whispered like wind through leaves. Delicate, spiritual, unforgettable. Narelle, sharp and sleek, this name belongs in a silver forest. Calithra, shimmering, noble elven royalty. Quiet but powerful. Salus, smooth balanced. The name of a healer or a spy or both. Thalorian, long, melodic, it feels like an oath spoken over a sacred flame. Lyrael, inspired by Garth Nix's melancholy, musical deep. Alarion, regal and bright, this name belongs on a banner and a prophecy scroll. Yavani, nature goddess inspired. Fertility, life, bloom, for a creator of worlds. Sorelian, airy and epic, the name of a windwalker or bard. Myriel, angelic dream, a whisper on snow. Reflection and naming ritual. So here we are, nearly an hour into this naming journey. Maybe your list has grown. Maybe your heart has chosen one. But if you're still exploring, here are 3 things to keep in mind. Say the name aloud in many moods. Softly, angrily, joyfully. If it still feels beautiful, it's probably right. Picture it on your child as a teen, an adult, a grandparent. Will it still fit? Let it breathe. A fantasy name isn't chosen in a rush. Let it whisper to you until it shouts. Because when you name a child with wonder, you give them a spark of story, a seed of magic. And that's a gift that lasts forever. As you venture deeper into the realms of fantasy names, consider the tapestry that each name can weave. Each thread, whether celestial, nature-based, or warrior-inspired, possesses a tale waiting to unfold, a legacy waiting to thrive. Think of the adventures that may take shape as stars align and forests breathe life into their narratives. Imagine, for instance, a child named Astria, embodying not only elegance but also the celestial grace of starry skies. Picture the laughter of Wren as she dances through fields, her spirit reminiscent of nature's wild beauty. Each name opens doors to new worlds, allowing your imagination to soar and your heart to dream. With each breath, a name becomes more than just letters. It transforms into a promise of a lifetime, a whisper of the extraordinary. Every syllable holds the potential to inspire movements, stir emotions, and foster connections that echo through generations. Such is the power of a name chosen with intent. As we embrace this enchanting journey of naming, remember that each choice is a thread in the fabric of your child's identity. When you select a name infused with magic and wonder, you are not just giving them a label. You are bestowing them with a story that resonates for a lifetime. These names, rooted in fantasy and inspiration, hold the power to evoke dreams and ignite imaginations, shaping their path as they grow. choose with love. Let the names resonate in your heart, and watch as your child blossoms into the extraordinary being they were meant to be, carrying with them a legacy of wonder and possibility. In this exploration, remember that each name is not merely a sound, but an invitation to a journey. Consider Sylvan, embodying the mysteries of the woods, as a child navigates the intricacies of their own story within nature's embrace. The name Callisto, with its bittersweet grace, resonates deeply, allowing one to ponder the beauty of fragility. As you sift through these wondrous options, visualize the moments your child will experience, powered by the essence of their name. Names like Emberlyn and Varel project strength and grace, equipping them for life's grand adventures. So, as you craft a name, think not just of today, but also of the legacy it promises for tomorrow. Yet, amidst the magic and wonder, the process of choosing a name should also feel organic, like a gentle unfolding. Take your time to savor each possibility, allowing the names to inspire visions of who your child may become. Perhaps you see them as adventurous explorers under the name Orionis, observing the stars from distant lands, or as gentle guardians of forests, inspired by the name Rowan, learning the secrets of the earth. Each name not only speaks of the world they will traverse, but also shapes their personal narrative, inviting them to embrace their uniqueness. Ultimately, the name you select becomes an integral part of their identity, a beacon guiding them through life's tapestry filled with ups and downs. The act of naming carries profound weight. It is an invitation to discover, to dream, and to shape destinies. Each name encapsulates the essence of magic, urging your child to embrace their individuality, to carve their own path in this expansive realm of possibility. Ultimately, these chosen names manifest as starlit stories waiting to be told, a legacy where imagination blooms, creating a world where every child becomes the hero of their own enchanting tale. As we draw upon the whispers of dreams and the legacy of names, envision a future where each syllable not only defines a child, but transcends time and space. Imagine Isolde, guiding them through icy realms, fostering a heart both warm and mystical. Or picture Aloria, an ethereal presence among the world's wonders, inspiring creativity and connection. Each name you consider weaves a narrative filled with promise, inviting the child to explore realms of belonging and identity while carrying the essence of their story with grace. In every moment of reflection, remember, to choose a name is to plant a seed of magic that will nurture not only individual dreams, but those of generations that follow, creating ripples across time. As we stand at this crossroads of imagination and identity, take a moment to reflect on the weight of your choice. Each name embodies not just a sound, but a heartbeat intertwined with dreams and destinies. Picture the enchanting future that unfolds as a result of your decision, where children drawn from the brilliance of names like Melis or Sereneth carry forth their unique tales. With every syllable, nurture the belief that they are destined for greatness, a sparkling thread in the vast tapestry of life. Embrace this journey with open hearts, for in naming, you empower a story waiting to blossom into reality. As you delve into this enchanting lexicon of names, let yourselves be captivated by the stories they whisper. Visualize the little ones who embody these names, adventurers ready to embrace their unique journeys, with each name serving as a compass guiding them through life's tapestry. Picture how the laughter of Emberlyn echoes across sunlit days and moonlit skies, as Varel stands strong at their side, ready to conquer challenges yet to come. Imagine the deep roots of Rowan intertwining with the strength of Calith as they explore the mysteries that lie within both nature and magic. Every choice you make holds the potential to sculpt their reality, urging your child to write their narrative with authenticity and grace. These names, beautiful and profound, tether them to a world of wonder, inviting opportunities to explore and discover. Each name is a key to a boundless realm. As dreamers, guardians, and perhaps even warriors, they will wear their stories with pride, that spark of magic igniting their spirits. In selecting a name imbued with imagination, you nurture the very essence of who they are destined to become, ensuring that with each step, the legacy of their name unfurls into an extraordinary journey filled with adventure, love, and possibility. In this grand adventure of naming, remember to let your heart speak. The names you weave into their lives will shape not only their identity, but also the legacy they carry forward. As you contemplate the sound of names like Thalion or Lirael, feel the resonance of stories yearning to be told, not just for your child, but for those who will cross their paths. Names are creations of magic, bridging the ordinary and the extraordinary, crafting tales of valor, grace, and wonder. Let each name be an echo of dreams, a reflection of the beauty in the world, guiding them to become the heroes of their own narratives. Amidst the swirl of possibilities, allow yourself to connect with the sheer wonder these names evoke. Consider the weight of a name like Tamsin, a blend of elegance and strength that signifies a future leader who listens and learns. As you embrace this moment of discovery, imagine the stories that will unfold, the lives that will intertwine, and the dreams that will ignite in the hearts of each child. With every name, you invite a journey, a tapestry woven with hopes, aspirations, and the very essence of fantasy. Let this enchanting process illuminate your path as you celebrate the magic within each syllable, knowing that a name has the power to shape not just identities, but destinies, ushering in legacies filled with creativity and joy. The magic of naming flows through the very air, inviting you to feel the pulse of each syllable as you visualize a child growing into their identity. Each selected name, like Ren or Calith, becomes a compass, guiding them through their own personal adventures, shaping their perceptions of themselves and their place in the universe. As you ponder the choices before you, think of how these names can instill courage and curiosity, igniting passion in every heartbeat. Embrace the gentle reminder that with each name, you gift your child not only a title, but a legacy, a tale woven with threads of dreams and endless possibilities. This journey of discovery is one of love and intention, allowing the chosen name to resonate deeply within, crafting a melody that will echo throughout their life. With this sacred act, you create a world rich with stories just waiting to unfold, forever imprinting the significance of fantasy within their reality. In choosing wisely, you plant the seeds of inspiration, helping them grow into all they are destined to be. As you stand on the threshold of this marvelous journey, consider how each name serves as a door to wondrous possibilities, inviting your child to explore realms of their own making. Reflect upon the magic embedded in Lunaria or Sylvan, each carrying whispers of adventure and story. Let your heart guide you, allowing the essence of these names to resonate, creating a legacy of exploration and enchantment that your child will carry into the world. In naming your child, know that you are igniting the spark of wonder that will guide them through life's adventures. Each name is a promise of extraordinary tales and an opportunity for growth, making their journey. Let's keep wandering deeper into this world of magical names. If you've made it this far, you already know, this isn't just about choosing a name. It's about choosing a story, a legacy, a tiny spell your child will carry through life. Let's explore more. Oceanic and water-inspired fantasy name Nida. Greek, water nymph. Soft, elusive, ancient. She belongs to lakes older than memory. Thalassa, Greek sea bold and thunderous. A name made of waves. Marinor, invented sea lord. Perfect for a prince of coastal realms, noble and quiet. Osera, invented. Sounds like ocean and siren, she sings to the tide. Her name is a lullaby made of salt. Narina, Latin, sea sprite. short, sweet, and shimmering like fish scales in sun. Del Mare, French-inspired, of the sea, elegant and deep, carries a noble weight. Kairoth, invented wave plus power crashing energy in a single syllable, the sea in motion. Miracel, made up, sea mirror, a name you'd find in elven poetry or old sailor legends. Azureth, variation of azure, blue, a gemstone name. Calm, royal, hypnotic. Syrian, Tolkien-derived, great river, flowing and serene. The kind of name that sees everything. Flame and sun-inspired name, Seraphiel, angelic origin, fiery one of God, soaring, radiant, impossible to forget. Ignara, invented, fire plus noble. She's smoke and embers wrapped in grace. Calderon, fantasy variation of Calder, sounds like a volcanic guardian or a sun warrior. Solara, Latin-rooted, of the sun. Golden, glorious, glowing, born for brightness. Asharian, made up, ash plus protection, a warrior who rose from the ashes. A keeper of flames. Emberous, invented, warm and elegant. Soft fire, steady burn, hidden strength. Pyrrhus, Greek of fire, short and sharp, a spark of revolution. Lioran, Hebrew-inspired, my light. Subtle, emotional, a beacon name. Zyra, fierce and fiery minimalist with punch. She's sunlight with a dagger. Solaire, French, solar, luminous, regal, elevated, golden. The sun given a name. Ethereal, ghostly in spirit names Nolira, invented, light in darkness, the name of a guardian angel or spirit walker. Eris, Welsh variant of iris, rainbow. She appears after the storm, never before. Valethra, invented, veil plus ether, like a name carried on the wind. Elusive and wise, Mirrowin, fantasy invented, mystical forest. You hear trees in this name. You hear memory. Kaelwyn, invented, sky plus white, a name born of clouds and light, like snow on air. Elandor, high fantasy, lyrical and noble, a ghost prince, a lost crown, a story half finished. Thessaria, variation of Thessaly, ancient magic with silver tones. Nymerin, made up, night plus serene. She walks the dreamscape. A gentle oracle, Aurealis, sounds like dawn and silence, rare, breathy, eternal. Zephyriel, west wind, angelic style, a drifting name, always in motion, never forgotten. Names that sound like royal bloodlines. Let's create legacies now. These names feel like entire houses, names you'd see engraved on banners or whispered in courtly halls. Drakemont, invented, Dragon Mountain, the house that cannot be burned. Velstara, sounds like velvet star and strength, the bloodline of wisdom and night sight. Ironheart, peace plus heart, a ruler who keeps calm amid chaos. Valendor, Tolkien-esque, eternal protector. This name has weight, a protector of light. Sindariel, flame and finesse, the kind of queen who smiles before she strikes. Mornwyn, sorrow and steel, a noble house fallen, but unforgotten. Tarnellis, invented, elegant and bright, a name that sings in marble halls. Virestone, stone will, unshakable strength written in every letter. Aetherhold, a place, a family, a sanctuary carved in magic, meant to last. Lunebarrow, moon's resting place, a quiet, noble bloodline. Dreamers and warriors both. Light and airy fantasy names. Some names don't roar or echo. They flutter. They dance. They speak in whispers and laughter, not prophecy and fire. Sylphine, sylph-inspired, air spirit. She's made of breeze and starlight. Kaya, Latin, to rejoice, short, sweet, and full of light. Isili, invented, feels like a song, delicate but enduring. A melody in name form. Aerith, air plus earth, elemental and balanced. Earthy wings. Lunaria, moonflower, the kind of name you find growing beside ancient runes. Evensong, night prayer, a poetic name. Quiet, sacred, unforgettable. Nimith, invented, dream seer, you won't find it on charts. That's the point. Aurelin, golden glow. Everything soft and honeyed and holy. Feline, water wings wisdom, sounds like a name whispered by fey queens. Leorael, light plus lore made for storytelling. A child of myth, final thoughts. By now your heart might be full, and your notepad too. You've heard over 300 plus names, each with stories, meanings, and personalities. Some sparkle, some strike, some echo. And whether you're naming your child, a character in your novel, or a persona in your game or brand, this journey was made to spark your imagination. But above all, here's what to remember. A name doesn't need to be trendy. It doesn't need to be explainable. It needs to feel like home. It needs to feel like a legacy you're proud to pass on. If the name lights something inside you, if it lingers in your thoughts as you fall asleep, if you whisper it and feel a little magic spark to life, then it's already yours. So what name stood out to you today? Was it the ancient strength of Thalion? The lyrical peace of Leorael? The fire in Zyra? The gentleness of Elwyn? The wild edge of Drakey? Write them down. Let them breathe. So here we are, nearing the end of our journey. We've walked through constellations, across enchanted forests, past windswept battlefields, and into moonlit courts. We've said names that felt like fire, wind, river, sword, and dream. But before we close the spellbook, there's still more treasure to uncover. Let's begin this final chapter with a few last themes, each filled with names that still might be the one. Secret names and hidden meanings. These are the names you won't find on lists. Names that sound like they've been tucked away in forgotten books or carved into temple walls. Erison, invented, hidden light. She's the kind of soul who surprises you with brilliance when you least expect it. Merkin, Norse-inspired. Silent strength, a name that feels like cold steel and warm loyalty. Velastra, velvet plus astra smooth, elegant starborn. Queneth, feminine form of queen with a mythical twist, like the name of a ruler from an empire long fallen but still remembered. Norian, noble and rare. This name whispers old languages. It's calm and clever. Selwyn, light and peace like a lantern in dark woods. For someone who carries peace inside. Halera, made up, bright, airy, hopeful. She's like a spring wind through stained glass. Torvik, Scandinavian-inspired, Thor's strength, perfect for a storm wielder or gentle giant. Isanor, snow plus honor icebound, proud, serene. Zivara, radiance, resilience. A name that rolls off the tongue and leaves something glowing behind. Enchanted, fey, and witchy names. If you love a name with mystery, something magical with thorns or wings or silver, these names are for you. Bellamira, beautiful wonder. She dances between shadow and moonlight. Morwenna, Welsh origin, maiden of the sea, a fey queen, or a witch who walks alone. Your call, the Sire, invented mystic breath, a name spoken only in rituals and riddles. Coraline, coral plus line, uncanny, lovely, a bit haunting. Ophalira, Ophelia plus lyric musical sorrow, delicate and deeper than it seems. Sablis, Sable plus bliss, soft, dark, seductive, a potion of a name. Isara, short, sweet, mysterious, a name like smoke. You never catch it twice. Ravel, raven plus bell, a beautiful warning. Morel, dark plus fey, night-colored wings, magic in every glance. Noctara, night plus star, perfect for a girl who belongs to dusk. Mage, scholar, and mystic names. Not every name belongs to a warrior or queen. Some belong to thinkers, healers, and sages. Orimund, wise protector, a name that belongs in scrolls and legends. Calioran, warm, open, thoughtful, he's the monk who used to be a mercenary. Veridin, truth speaker, the name of a character who cannot lie even when it hurts. Tesserin, threefold or trifold, the third of three. Mysterious, powerful, controlled. Lyoriel, lore and light, perfect for someone who collects ancient wisdom. Soralis, sorcery plus palace. She's a high mage or the last descendant of a cursed house. Gavriel, God is my strength. Still gentle, still poetic. Elric, knowledge plus legacy. This is a boy who reads the stars and walks with purpose. Avith, invented, calm, reverent. Simple, monastic, the name of a guide or seer. Morellis, wonder and mirror, a student of truth and illusion. Fantasy twin names in pairs. Maybe you're naming twins, or maybe you just want perfect pairings. These names are designed to go together, different but united. Orion and Kalia, hunter and heaven, he tracks the stars. She lives among them. Vale and Silra, fire and breath, he burns, she drifts. Together they balance. Thorn and Arian, blade and bloom, fierce and fair. Laziel and Maria, resurrected light and miracle, like morning after storm. Riven and Elira, broken edge and melody sharp but soft, story rich. Soren and Malus, moon and prince, gentle and proud. Evren and Zephyra, cosmos and wind-free spirits born to wander. Kyries and Oriel, hope and gold, the names of a sibling prophecy. Nox and Astri, night and stars, celestial, shadowed, eternal. Ronan and Vespera, strength and twilight, dark but glowing. Final reflections. What makes a name fantasy? Let's pause and ask one last question. What actually makes a name feel fantasy? Is it the spelling? The sound? The rarity? It's something deeper. A fantasy name tells a story, even without a sentence. It carries you away. It makes you imagine a forest, a sky, a firelit room. It doesn't belong to the everyday. It belongs to the epic. That's what makes names like Solene or Thalion or Nyx stand out. They don't just exist, they evoke. And that's what you're really doing when you choose a name like this. You're planting the seed of a story your child will one day grow into. The final list, 20 rare gems to take with you to close. Here are 20 final names. Some invented, some rediscovered. All enchanting. Orlin, Golden Echo Valeth, Fierce Vow, Eleanor, Graceful Flame, Corvin, Dark-Winged, Siora, Whispered Windrellin, Warrior of Dusk Varela, Strength in Silk Tyrion, Ancient Rivers of Ain, Star-Veined Merrick, Loyal and Proud, Isolde, Ice Queen Arden, Sharp and Soft Devera, Light-Hidden Solmir, Son of the Lake, Kellion, Ocean-Born Thessalon, Voice of Magic Nemoriel, Moonchild Kalin, Fire-Tempered Rowan, Wise Red One Alara, a name for the ages. Now take a deep breath. Scroll back through your favorites. Say them aloud. Let them settle. Don't rush. A fantasy name is like a charm. It only works when spoken from the heart. If you're still not sure, come back to this list on a quiet night. Light a candle. Whisper each name like a spell. The right one will find you. And when it does, you'll know. Thank you for joining me on this hour-long journey into the realm of fantasy names for babies. Whether you're naming your child, your character, or a part of yourself, may you always find the magic in every syllable. Keep dreaming, keep naming, and may the story behind